Alright, welcome back, guys. This is gonna be our 15 HTML video tutorials for beginners. Now, in this tutorial, we are gonna be discussing about links. Now, links are now you guys. I know most of you have been visiting web pages, websites where we have um, where we have links all over. Now, when you click on a particular link, it takes you to another website, or you click on the text. Now, for example, let's check this website out. This is actually my website. Now you click on a particular information or a particular text or an image. It takes you to another page or document. Okay okay now all these are links. Okay. Now a link can actually be an image or a text where you can click and it takes you to another page. Okay. Alright, links are found in nearly all web pages. Links allow users to click their way from one page to another, from one document to another. Okay. Now HTML links are what we call hyperlinks. Now an hyperlink is a text or an image that when you click on it jumps to another document or it jumps to another page. Okay, from one page to another. Now I'm going to show you an example of a link. An example of a link. Now let me delete this actually. Okay, let's view the browser. You're not gonna see anything here. Okay. Alright, now the syntax of links, it starts with what we call a tag and you close it with a tag. Okay. Now what comes between here is a link text. Okay. Now there's what we call attribute, href attribute. Now this href attribute specifies a destination address. This attribute, it specifies a destination address. For example, let's say Google, sorry, http google.com. Now this attribute specifies the destination. Okay, it is destination address where actually this link is gonna be taking someone to. Now the page is gonna take someone to. Okay. All right. Now let's view that in the browser and see what's gonna happen. Oh, this is a link to Google. Okay. Now let's view that in the browser. This is a link to Google. Now when you click here, it's going to take you to google.com. Now the link text here is a visible part. Is a visible part where the part that's going to be displayed on the browser. Now you notice that from what I just showed you that this tags and the attributes are not displayed on the browser. Now it's like an embedded text. Now this is where the main thing occurs. Now this is the main link itself. Now it's inside what we call this attribute, and inside this is the value of this attribute, and it's inside the a tag. Okay. Alright, now this is a closing tag. Like I already told you, most HTML element comes with an opening tag and a closing tag. Now anything that comes between them is the content of that element. Okay. Now now when you click on the link text, like what we have here, sorry, what we have here, now it's gonna take you, it's gonna send you to the specified address or the specified page. Okay. Now the link text does not have to be a text. Okay, it can be an HTML image, or it can be an HTML element. Now for example, if I have h1 this is a heading. Closing. Now let's view that in the browser. You notice that it's not a link. Actually, this is not a link. I actually styled this. Let me check that. Let me remove the styling. I actually styled that. Okay. Alright, for example, I want this H1, the heading, to be the link text. All I have to do is just add a to include it between the A tags. Now you're gonna see that actually I'll have to href alright, you've noticed that it's been um the text, the text here has been changed to an a link text. Okay, now actually when you click, nothing is gonna be good. I've not specified the address. Okay, now when I try to specify the address, let me just say let me write my website, http royallink.com.ng. okay, now let's change it to this is a link, this is a heading, and also a link to Royal Link. Okay, alright, now when I click, it's gonna take us to Royal Link. Alright, now let's go back. Now let's try to use an image as a link, great, this one. Now let me remove some images here. Copy that. Okay, image 1. Okay, now we have an image here, AMG, sorry, image 1 dot jpg. Now let's view that in the browser. Okay, now let me specify the height and the width of this width. Width is equal to, let me use 100, let me use 50 actually, and height let me say 50. View that in the browser. Let's see how it's gonna look like. Okay, you've seen that. Now this is also a link. Okay, I've not actually added the link tags on it. Okay, now okay, let me add a line break, another one, so as to bring it down. Okay, now let's see. Okay, you've seen that actually this is not a link. When you try to hover your mouse on it, move your mouse over it, now you see the arrow, the cursor hasn't changed. Now this is, the cursor has changed to a hand like stuff. Okay, now yeah, it's the cursor is at its default state. Okay, now let's try to make it a link, href, close this, and okay, now let's view that. Okay, now you've seen that this image, the cursor has changed to the hand, pointer. Okay, now it's trying to tell you that this is actually a link. Okay, now let's click and see what's gonna happen. Now you see the page is like it's refreshed a bit. Now you've noticed this hash at the end of the address. Now you discover that you when you look at the attribute, now href attribute, you see that there is a hash there. So that's actually that link. Okay, now let's try to see, let's change this to an actual address. Now let's for example use TP, now let's say Facebook. Okay, now you're trying to view that in the browser. Sorry, now let's click here. You see it's loading, waiting for Facebook. Actually, okay, you've seen that it has changed, it has taken us to Facebook. Okay, all right, now let's go back. Now I just told you that it can be the link text can be an HTML image or any other HTML element like the paragraph, any stuff like that. Okay, all right, now let's try to talk about local links. Now the example I just showed you, those ones are a full web address. Okay, now a local link is a link that is that is local links are links within within the same website. For example, you have a website with like like 2 to 3 pages, 3 to 3 pages, or a document like 4 or 5 of them. For example, we have in this same website. Now if I'm trying to link pages here, I won't need to add this HTTP. Okay, for example, we have um, another link here, we have another document here. Okay, now when we try to link that up, for example, let's use one of this. Okay, let me just try to use something. Okay, now let's check this out, and let me change this to, yeah, we are going to notice that I'm not going to add HTTP notepad dot, this notepad here dot HTML. Okay, let's change this. This is a local link. Okay, now a local link is a page within the same website. Okay, now a local link links to the same website. It's specified with just the relative URL without the www dot stuff. Now let's try to check that out. This is sorry, I didn't close this well. Let's try to check this. This is a local link. Now view that. Okay, this is notepad.html. You can see from the address here, notepad.html. This is not what the page we are working on now. When you check here, you see this, that it's another page I actually created. Now the HTML, when you try to check out the how it is linked here, now you discover that the HTTP or the www is not included here actually. Now it's a local link. Okay, all right, now that's just that. Now we're going to talk about HTML link colors. Okay, now for example, I already showed you, is it in this HTML series or CSS series? Now let's talk about link colors. When you move over, you move the mouse over a link, two things normally happen. The mouse arrow will turn to a little hand, like I told you, and the color of the link will change. Now let's, actually it's changing, but it's not conspicuous. Okay, now let's check this out. Okay, you've seen it has changed. Okay, you've seen there's a line here. Actually you can, those are, I actually changed the default settings of the link colors and the underline there. Normally when a link is, when by default there is an underline, a link is always underlined, so you can always change it to no underline. Now when you click on it, when you hover your mouse there, now there it will be underlined, the links will be underlined. Now I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna stop this video here, and you're gonna